everybody, and welcome back to Tumbler Creek, where we're gonna get back into the beehives. We're gonna have a beautiful, beautiful spring day. Nothing like a little hot, muggy weather to go put a long sleeve jacket and some jeans on, right? So today I'm gonna do a thorough hive inspection of all three of my hives. I'm gonna look in the top and the bottom boxes. I'm gonna check and see what they're doing as far as any kind of filling out comb, any kind of drawing out honey. I'm gonna look in the bottom to see how healthy the brood is. I'm gonna do several things today. I'll probably just show you one of them because three of them gets a little bit repetitive. I'm gonna be out here for a little while today, so I don't want to take up too much of your time. I just want to tell you how glad I am that you guys have chosen to kind of hang out with me and learn the things I'm learning, because let me tell you, it's a learning process. I learn more every week. All the time I'm learning. Unfortunately, sometimes I learn what not to do the hard way, but we'll see what happens today. I'm hoping to get a little bit better camera angles today. I'm gonna try and get some closer ups to let you see what some of these, what some of the frames look like. But today I'm just kind of doing a general hive inspection, see what we can do. Maybe we can even spot a queen or two, and we'll go from there. So without further ado, let's get in here and see what's going on. This hive is probably the smallest as far as a number hive of bees we have. I don't think they move much up into the top, but we're gonna look and see anyway. They haven't, kind of what I expected, but let's look and see. They're really not drawing much comb. There is some comb there, and there's some honey, a little bit of nectar. But see, there's just not very many bees that's come up to the top, which that's okay. This was a hive that I really didn't expect it to. They needed a little bit more space, but not a ton. I'm gonna leave it as it is today, but I'm really not gonna do a whole lot with the top. There's not a whole lot in there. So I kind of move it out of the way so I can look where I really need to look, and that's in the bottom box. Set this girl right there. You've heard me talk about the queen excluder. That's the queen excluder. And then we've got a box of bees. I'm gonna move this around.
All right, we're back and we're gonna watch. We're gonna look at the top of the hive. You can see Stevie there, hanging out a little too close than she should have. She ended up getting stung a little bit today, but this is the top of the hive. There's several bees there, but like I said, it's the smallest one. Well, we're gonna get right into checking the hives. We're gonna buzz through these real quick. Pardon the pun. You're gonna see the frames have really gotten pretty full. I'm pretty happy with them. I'm sorry the camera's not quite on it, but you can see as I show you, those frames are full, pretty full. And there's lots of capped brood, in other words, baby bees that have been covered up with wax. And after 21 total days from the day they're laid to the day they pop through that capped brood, is 21 days, so there'll be new bees. Now the queen, if you wonder how many eggs she's laying right now is a peak time, 1,000 to 2,000 eggs every day she's laying. So she's doing a great job. I'm really proud of her. That's why we've gone from about 5,000 bees in this hive to probably close to 20,000. I'm trying to show you some of the capped brood. It's hard to see actually through all the bees, which is a good thing. Very, very glad for that. Also, again, we're just buzzing. You can see a lot of them buzzing through. I'm just right now one at a time going through these hives and showing you what we've got. Some good capped brood. Now, some of those you'll see some little dots where there's not any caps, and that's where bees have been born. And they'll clean that out once the bees come out. The worker bees, the nurse bees, will clean that out, and the queen will come lay another egg in it. It's a constant cycle. The goal, I started out with, about 4 or 5 full frames out of the 10. Now we've got about 8 or 9 full frames. That's why I added the super for them to go up into. The queen can't get up into the super because I put that queen excluder in. So all they have to do there is build comb and put nectar there. There's no nurse bees up there because there's no bees to nurse. There we go. That's a great, look at that. It's just full, a full frame of bees. So that's what I want to see. Now, these bees are still young. It's a young hive, so they really haven't been moving up into the super like I would have them, but they're not doing bad. There's drawn out comb. I probably won't pull much honey this year, to be honest with you. I may pull a little bit, but I'm probably just going to leave it for the bees to get strong. And I'll talk about that at the end of the video, how my goal is to have a really strong, 3 strong hives to make it through the winter. That way in the springtime, we'll have 3 hives that we can probably split and turn into 6 hives. And they'll start earlier than I would the supers. Than I do the nukes or the packages. They'll start in March versus April or May. They'll have that much extra of that spring time to really build their hives. Next year, we're looking at probably getting quite a bit of honey if we can keep these hives strong and healthy through the fall and winter, and especially the end of the summer. I'm not feeding them right now. They've got plenty to eat. Toward the end of the summer, I'll start feeding them. I'll show you that. There will be actually some solid food I feed them. You can walk through it with me. I'm learning as we go. Hopefully you'll learn with me. But right now it's just more of checking hive by hive. I'm going to sit quiet and let you watch it. I'll put maybe a little music in the background for 2 or 3 minutes, and you can watch each of these hives quickly as I'll quickly go through those.
got a helper who needs to stay away right now. Stevie gets on, she's getting stung. Poor thing, we may have to give her some Benadryl today. But hopefully you got to see a few things in the bees today. Hopefully I was able to explain it a little bit. We've got brood. All three hives are growing greatly as far as the amount of bees in them. They're doing super. As expected, I probably won't get honey, so I'll still put you on a list because next year I think I'm going to get a ton of honey. If I can keep these three hives healthy through the summer and then through the fall and winter, next spring, these three hives will probably turn into 5 or 6 hives. And dude, we will be in the honey. So if you'll be patient with me, as I kind of had a do-over. Usually the first year you won't get honey. And even if you do, it's probably best to leave it for those bees to make that hive stronger for the future. It's really right now, it's about raising bees and keeping those hives healthy. And then in the future, next summer, gosh, we should be loaded with honey. The way these three hives are doing, I'm so proud of them. Those queens are laying lots of eggs. The worker bees and the nurse bees are taking good care of them. What I'm probably gonna do, probably here in about 2 weeks, is I'm probably gonna do some mite checks. And I just want to warn you, for the faint of heart, for about a handful of bees, it's not gonna be pretty. Just fair warning. We gotta do a mite check. It's something you really have to do. I'm gonna check for varroa mites. They are mites that can spread disease to a hive, and they can do away with a hive in a week or two. So we're gonna check for those. If we find mites, like most of the time you do, I'm gonna go ahead and do a mite treatment with oxalic acid. You'll see how that goes. And anyway, we'll do a mite treatment. We'll come back and I'll show you how that's done. And other than that, we're just gonna let them keep on growing. Hope you guys have enjoyed today. Hope you guys enjoy this beautiful weather. A little bit of break between the storms. And we'll just see what happens next. God bless you guys. Love you guys. Have a great day from Tumbler Creek Bees and More. We'll go out with watching the bees a little bit.